Alright guys, the last video I was kind of in a rush. Bitcoin was pushing up. Wanted to get this video up quick to tell you when to short. So consider this video kind of a learning experience, kind of exploratory about what happened and continuation of the last video. So in this video I said, look guys, if we push up, a point to watch to short was 43,000. If we get above that, you want to short 44,000. And by the way, do go back and check out this video. I am offering free access to some charts, so make sure you leave a comment down below what chart you'd like created. I'll put a link up this video now. But let me show you how this played out. So the price did push up, and remember, if I say a point is resistance, when we get above it, that point can flip as support. But we did push above it, we came back down, we held support, we pushed back up, and then it became resistance. So when you come back up and you test this point, this is where you would short. You would not short if you push above it. You would have shorted if we stopped and started coming back down. But you see we came up, this is now resistance. So it looks like we're probably coming down to test around 41,625. We've been testing this blue ring back since back here on the 7th of January 7th. So again, we did push up a bit. There was another chart that nailed this top as well, this moving average. But if we did push up, guys, 44,000 would be a point to short. And we know this. Not only do we have matching charts, but this right here, this white line, support, support, resistance, 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 resistance. So if we pushed up, ideal point to short would be 44,000. It does not mean we have to make it to that point, but if we did, that's where you would short. So let's go on to the C1 chart. So look, you can see right now, if we come down, your current support is this red line right here. So if we hold 42,400 and push up from that point, guys, that'd be a point to chance along, 42,400. If we break 42,400, where your next target below is 40,650. This is the L1 chart. I would like to point out, so when I created this trend line here, we were respecting it. We had support here, support here, support here, support here, support here. We even came up, tested as resistance. But guys, always always play around with trend lines. So while I had this trend line and we were respecting it, let's go to a smaller time frame here. So the 2 hour, you can see we pushed above it, it was support, it became resistance, but you can adjust trend lines based on the time frame. So on the 4 hour, if you ignore the wicks, right? So if we take this and we just go from the meat of the candle, right? The meat of the candle right here. So you can see this is the meat of the candle, right? So you can see right here, this was actually a wick. You got the meat of the candle here. You got the meat of the candle here. Meat of the candle here as a support that became resistance. That actually nailed the top. So play around with trend lines, guys. It's always going to help you find entry points and exit points. But that did find a top. And not only that, this line right here was very strong resistance. If we did get above this point, your next point was the 50-week moving average. I mentioned that previously. That would have been right up here around 44,000. More confluence, why 44,000 was a great point to short. And you can see this if I zoom out, how I created this trend line. You can see it was support back here, right? We got a perfect touch here with the wick and a perfect touch right here where the 50-week moving average was. So that's how I created that trend line. So that is why that's there, and that did end up being strong resistance. But I'm saying the more confluence you have, so we have this line here, right? Plus you have, if you had adjusted this trend line, that gave you a top as well. But we did start coming down. The next support on this chart to watch is going to be right here at 42,300. Remember what I said? 42,300, this is more confluence. This needs to hold. And you can see that here on this chart here, 42,392. That is a very important support level. If that holds, we push higher. If we break it, we go down much lower. So again, watch 42,300. If that breaks, we're coming down much lower. If we do push up by some chance, don't see that happening. This was a bull trap. I'm going to cover the stock market and the DXY as well. And you can see the dollar has been pushing up, guys. I mentioned this support level here. It's resistance. The dollar is pushing up. The dollar pushes up. That's bearish for Bitcoin. And in that last video, at the time, the Dow was up 90 points. When Bitcoin was pushing up, the Dow pushed up a total of, it went way up here. We were up like 400 points. That's why the markets were pushing up. That's why that's why Bitcoin was pushing up. But I told you, I said, pay attention. So once we cross this point, this line right here on the Dow, we're potentially coming down much lower. So what they're doing is they're pumping the markets in the morning, get people bullish, and then they dump on everybody by the end of the day. Markets close in about less than 30 minutes. So I'm expecting more of a sell-off for the Dow. And again, follow the U.S. markets. If the markets are coming down, currently you can see the Dow it was up 400 points. Now it's negative 78. The DXY is pushing up. I mean, this is all you need to know what's going to happen with Bitcoin. So if you're close to resistance, right? You're at resistance. You're at resistance up here. The DXY is pushing up. The markets are coming down. Well, Bitcoin's coming down as well. So I think that pretty much covers it, guys. So your resistance currently right now to pay attention to on the H1 chart is right here at 43,000. If we do push up, remember 44,000, great point to short. Next point to long is going to be 41,625. If we push below that, or if we drop below that, next point to long is 41,210. On the C1 chart, guys, remember if 42,400 breaks, we have much more downside, potentially 40,650. If this holds, we could push up. And again, that is in confluence with this chart. This line has been a lot of support and resistance. Support, 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 resistance, resistance. So this could flip out support again and push up. But if we break this, we have more downside. Would like to point out the MACD, guys. So the MACD, again, it looks like this is angling down. I already have some squiggles on here. Hold on. So you can see the RSI is already starting to angle down, right? That's looking bearish. And you can see that we've gone from dark green blocks to light green, so this could start angling down. But the most important thing is if the markets are down, DXY is up, expect some downside for Bitcoin. Let's see, so this is a G1 chart. Told you this was strong resistance. So the next daily candle open, if it opens below 42,000, again, more confluence, 42,300, if we open below that point, that's going to be bearish because this line has been a lot of resistance. If we open above, if we open above, let's say 42,400, then it's possible to get some upside. But again, I think 44,000 is a very good entry point for a short. So guys, that's pretty much it. Again, just follow the markets. The Dow's down, Bitcoin's down. The DXY is up, Bitcoin's down. That's how it works. So guys, that's pretty much it. I'll make a video tomorrow. If you do want to access these charts, the website is optimarkcrypto.com. I have a link pinned in the first comment in the description. And that's it, guys. Trade safe, trade smart. Until next video, I'm out.